and welcome to Evening News. I'm Amna Chiyama. In tonight's top stories, President Abdullah Yameen promises 24/7 electricity to all islands of the country within the next 9 months. Foreign Minister Dunya Mamoon says that climate change is not an issue specific to a particular group of countries and that the emitting countries must take responsibility for their actions. And Foreign Ministry says that the Maldives has been an active member of the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation (SAARC) since its inception and that the country has always worked to make SAARC more focused on its charter. President Abdullah Yameen has promised 24/7 electricity to all islands of the country within the next 9 months in what he describes is the first time 24/7 electricity is being guaranteed across the whole country.
Speaking at the ceremony held on Wednesday night to launch the 77 generators brought in by Fenaka Corporation to be sent to the islands, President Yameen said that 24/7 electricity services will be guaranteed to all islands of the Maldives within the next 9 months. He said that while electricity and energy are the backbone of the economy, 24/7 electricity is important to the government's efforts to develop the Maldivian economy. President Yameen said that the government is making efforts to reduce electricity prices, facilitate low-cost access to oil, and generate renewable energy. Noting that the government is planning to set up solar panels in 5 additional islands next year, he said that the price of electricity will be reduced as a result of the project. Speaking further, President Yameen said that solar panels will be set up in Addo city as well, leading to the provision of solar-generated electricity to 1/3 of the entire city. He said that procuring financial assistance for resolving electricity issues is a challenge, and that, however, the management and staff of Fenaka Corporation are making diligent efforts to guarantee 24/7 electricity to all islands. At the ceremony, an agreement was also signed on bringing generators to Addo city.
Foreign Minister Dunya Mamoon says that climate change is not an issue specific to particular nations and that the emitting countries must take responsibility for their actions.
Speaking at the UN Climate Summit 2014 in New York, Foreign Minister Dunya Mamoon said that climate change is not specific to big, small, rich or poor nations. She said that the assumption that some countries are safe from climate change because of their geography or their economic power is a dangerous myth. She called on all countries to take responsibility for their actions. Noting that the Maldives is committed to taking firm action against climate change, Dunya said that the Maldives will be part of the global solution to climate change. She said that the Maldives will remain committed to a low-emission development future. She called on world leaders to show strong leadership and courage in making tough choices. Dunya also called on the UN Secretary General to hold emitting countries accountable for their actions. The Climate Summit 2014, initiated by the UN Secretary General, provided a unique opportunity for leaders to champion an ambitious vision anchored in action that will enable a meaningful global agreement in 2015.
Ambassador at Large at the Foreign Ministry Abdullah Hamid says that the Maldives has been an active member of the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation (SAARC) since the very beginning and that the country has always worked to make SAARC more focused on its charter.
Speaking on DhiTV's Fourth Estate talk show, Ambassador at Large at the Foreign Ministry, Abdullah Hamid, said that the Maldives was a founding member of SAARC and that it has been an active member of the organization since its inception. Hamid said that the Maldives has always pushed to make SAARC more business-like and focused on its charter, and that the country will continue to advocate for it in future as well.
From the time this association or SAARC came into inception, Maldives has been very active in the association, and Maldives has always pushed to make SAARC more business-like, so to speak. And just to give you an example, we have always said that we must make... everybody says that SAARC is a ceremonial thing. You know, whenever there is a SAARC summit, there is so much of pompous ceremonies. And we don't give enough time for serious business.
Hamid noted that the SAARC Foreign Ministers meeting that was held recently made a number of important decisions and that several changes were brought to the organization's function to cut costs. He said that many studies were conducted to find ways to cut administrative costs involved in running SAARC's regional offices, and that the decision was made to strengthen SAARC's focus on its charter. Noting that the Maldives is the current chair of SAARC, Hamid said that the Maldives will continue to play an active role in the organization in future.
And during the last Foreign Ministers meeting held in the Maldives, we have achieved a lot by way of trying to cut costs in the administration of the Secretariat as well as various activities. And as you know, there are many various types of regional centers in SAARC. So we have really looked into it, studied it very well, and decided to close some of the regional centers. This is just to make sure that we are focused and that we try to do and achieve the goals as prescribed in the SAARC Charter.
President Abdullah Yameen has appointed 2 individuals to top government positions. According to the President's office, Mohammed Husham of Hemwer Falandashike was appointed as the Commissioner of Prisons at Maldives Correctional Service. Abdullah Sami Hassan of Machangol Ispanjike was appointed as Deputy Education Minister. The Kuwaiti government has donated its promised sum of 6 million rupiah for the construction of a 10-story building for the Waqf fund established by Islamic Ministry. According to Islamic Ministry, the funds have been deposited to the Central Bank, Maldives Monetary Authority, MMA. The 10-story building entitled Darul Iman is to be constructed on the vacant plot of land between Mafan Madrasa and Raveria restaurant in Malé City. The project to construct the building was awarded to MTCC. Speaking at the project's awarding ceremony, Islamic Minister Dr. Muhammad Shahim Ali Said said that the building would be a modern office building with the latest equipment and that it will be completed within the next 2 years. He said that once the building is completed, various floors will be leased off and that the money received will be gifted to the Waqf fund. The ministry estimates that Darul Iman, which is worth 23 million rupiah in total, will generate over 3 million rupiah for the mosque fund being administered by the ministry. With that, we conclude tonight's evening news. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night.